Inclusive Recruitment Toolkit video series. Part 5. An Introduction to Inclusive Retention. Are there any training or systems you would like a company to have to support you?
There are things that you can put in place, and as I said, training is so important for all of the staff, to empower all of the staff to feel comfortable in their environment and to interact with each other. As an organisation, Black Voices Cornwall do provide anti-racism training and also social sustainability training and workshops, which are specifically designed to support organisations to have conversations around race and ethnicity, to feel comfortable with the language and terminology of race and ethnicity, and to get some kind of practical hints and tips on how you can be inclusive in a way that's enjoyable to everybody, without huge costs, and it doesn't have to be a complete overhaul of your entire organisation, but just in a few small steps you can make a huge difference to your retention for diversity. So yeah, we always welcome any requests for that support. And we will also come in and give you a cultural audit, so we'll check and see that the space that you're providing, the environment that people are working in, is inclusive around race and ethnicity as well. I would always recommend for all organisations, don't be frightened to ask for help. Don't be frightened to ask your local community organisations. You're not supposed to have all the answers. You're just supposed to find the people that do.
It depends on the place of work, whether you work in an office, like on a computer, for example. That can be fantastic for deaf people to communicate via IT. I might receive an email from the boss to explain what's going on. That's very important.
Cornwall Pride have been delivering an inclusion training, which is wholly about how we can start connecting with people and signposting to other lived experienced organisations. Because it's not just one tick box, because it's not a tick box. Our inclusion training is specific. It actually says on the tin, it says inclusion in hyphens, this is not a tick box, because it's really, really important that we all connect with humans, our fellow friends, our people that we walk past every single day.
Through the Shiners, the Time to Shine project, which is part of Cornwall Accessible Activities Programme, we support young people between the age of 16 and 25 to actually gain work experience within companies. So if anybody ever wanted to express an interest for one of our people to go in and support them, we can. We offer training. Our young people will go in and train. We've trained the NHS. They go to conferences all over the UK, Ireland, everywhere, training people on what it's like to have a learning disability, how best to communicate with somebody with a learning disability, and at the end of the day, we're all just guys, and we're not frightening. Please accept us. So yeah, we do lots of things. We also have the advocacy fellows through Disability Cornwall, who offer podcasts showing what it's like to have a learning disability, and it's a great way to learn about our young people, about what their interests, about what they like, who they interview. And we also have the moment makers, as Sandy said, about going into memory cafes and for them to gain experience. And it's that intergenerational relationships that are so important as well, and that's often missed by older people who have limited family relationships, and our young people who perhaps don't have older grandparents. So there's so many opportunities out there to foster our young people.
And a lot of the feedback we've had from conference providers, that their delegates have loved being welcomed by such an enthusiastic group of young people who sign people in, give them their goodie bags, send them to where the toilets are, all of that stuff. It sets every conference off on the right note, and there should never be a conference that happens in the county of Cornwall about learning disability unless our Shiners are at that conference and are giving that kind of support. And our young people love doing it. They absolutely love doing it. Some are more vocal than others, but the ones that you think aren't enjoying it, that aren't very vocal, believe you me, behind their headphones and their screens that they're watching, they're taking note of everything and they are enjoying themselves. We wouldn't let them do it if we didn't believe that wholeheartedly.
And also as parents, we also offer training to organisations about the role of being a carer, what it feels like, the limitations and the those preconceived ideas about parents, about this parent is a difficult parent when not, it's just another fight in their never-ending fight. So yeah, we offer lots of training and also we're quite bespoke as well, aren't we? And our young people are pretty good at developing training as needed.
Yeah, so anything that anybody wants to offer us, it's cheap, it's fun, and it's helping so many young people, carers, and the organisations themselves, so it's a win-win situation for everybody.
A special thank you to Cornwall Accessible Activities Programme, Cornwall Pride, Black Voices Cornwall and Hearing Loss Cornwall for their co-production with this project. This video was produced by Discover Voices, part of Disability Cornwall and Isles of Scilly. To check out all of our content, simply search Discover Voices on YouTube.